Hey Larry, this is Tristan with Big Picture SEO. We spoke on the phone earlier and I told you I'd shoot you over this video showing you a couple different things you can do to boost your online presence, and this is that video. I don't want to take up a lot of your time with this, so I'm just going to get straight into it. So before I show you the different things that you can do to boost your online presence, I'm going to show you where you currently lie in Google's ranks. So I put your domain into this tool I use. It's called Ahrefs, and it shows me websites analytical data. And so I'll get to what all of this means throughout the video, but we're going to stick with traffic and keywords for now. So traffic is the amount of people that come onto your website in a month, and that's 20 as of right now. And then keywords are the words and phrases that Google deems you want to be ranking for and are common search terms. So we can go in and we can see what's bringing you your traffic. So Morris painting, that has a search volume of 250 people a month, but I mean, there could be a Morris painting in like California or like New York. This isn't, you usually want to stay location oriented and buyer intent. That way you're always getting the best leads possible. But out of Morris painting, that's 19 people a month you're getting from that. And you're in the 5th position, which means that whenever you look up Morris painting, it'll be the 5th organic website to pop up. But that was updated almost a month ago, so you could have risen or fallen from that place by now. But if we go down to things like House Painting Lexington, House Painters Lexington, it's 200 searches in between that. You're on the 2nd page of Google for both, so you get 0. And then Painting Lexington, Kentucky, it's 400 more searches. Painters Lexington, Kentucky, that's 500 more. Painting Contractors. So, you're ranking with the keywords, which is good. Usually, part of the advice I have to give to most people is, they have to go out and rebuild their website a little bit to add these keywords. But you're really only looking at a power problem here, essentially. So the way that you bring yourself up in the ranks is by backlinking, bringing power to your website. So that takes us to this. A backlink is just a link within a website that refers back to yours or a different website. So for example, if I could click this link and it would take me back to your website, that would be a backlink. So you have 516, and we can go in and we can see what websites are bringing you power. So you got this little guest post here, and guest post is just a website that allows you to put on your link address and exchange for some power and whatnot, for some money. And I'm assuming that's what this is here. And you got MoveZoo, Contractors Up, MoveZoo, Nearest-Star Localize, MoveZoo, this PR log again, MoveZoo, PR log, or original Yellow here, that's a pretty long link, MoveZoo. So you got a lot of MoveZoos. And a referring domain, to go back to this real quick, a referring domain is just a website that has your website, or your link within it. So you have 32 websites linking back to you, a total of 516 times. So we can go in and we can see all the websites that you have. And I just want to see how many you're getting directly from MoveZoo real quick, because you had a lot there. So you have 294 of those are coming from MoveZoo. And that's a pretty common theme, and that's why the power that you have isn't sufficient enough, because the majority here aren't even from that powerful of a website. Like, getting 294 yellow pages, since they have a higher DR, would be a lot better. But you want to try and stay broad and as exclusive as possible. That way people, can't get the same links that you have, so they have to scramble to try and find a matching power to, get back to that ratio. But if we look at your number one competitor here, to take a look at some of their analytics when it comes to, ranking on Google. So they're the number one website that ranks for Painting Lexington, and I know that this Pino's Palette place, it's like a painting studio and whatnot. So they're not the number one for this keyword, but they're the number one painting company. So they get 1,800 people a month on their website, but they have 1,900 keywords. And if we go in here, these are going to be from like blogs as well. So like it's flat paint washable, they get 209 people off of that. And obviously not all of these 600 searches are coming from Lexington, but they are ranking with Lexington. So this is why position is important. They're in the 2nd position for Painters Lexington, Kentucky. That has 500 searches a month. So they get 70 people on their website from that. So we just put that there. Painting services near me, that could be anywhere in the United States, but Painting Lexington. Kentucky, that's another 400. They get 38 people from that. So we just put this in here. And if we keep going a little bit, I think there was another one that I just missed, but I guess not. They got Lexington Painters, that's another 22 people. from having a good position on that. Sorry, I'm just doing this math here so I can show you why this is important. Oh, we got house painters. It's another 100, but they get 22 from that. We keep going. House painting, another 18. We'll just do one more for Lexington. It's Kentucky. We got Lexington. So they got another 8 coming in from that. But just out of what we've done, that's 178 people coming on their website for this specifically. And I mean, if we just stuck to painting Lexington, or excuse me, painters Lexington, painting Lexington, we went specifically for those keywords to target, then we would get to the #1 position pretty easily. So you wouldn't get 1,800 people. You're probably looking more at like 300, 400 max for this, but still that's a big increase in the amount of traffic that you're getting now by a lot, by over 300. And then the last thing I want to talk to you about is citations. And I didn't even go through their backlinks with you. Sorry about that. I want to show you where they're getting a little bit of their power from. So they had 69 websites referring back to them over 1,000 times. So they have Expertise, 3 Best Rated, Homeblue, Das Lumina. I'm not sure this. Oh, this is a blog here. Blogs are really good because it shows Google. Not only does it give you credibility, because that's a pretty important thing. Like with backlinks, I should say this: backlinks aren't created equally. You could go out and buy 1,000 to try and beat them out, and if you go and do that from some random website, the odds are the majority of them coming back to you aren't relevant to what you do at all. And Google's algorithm is based around trying to deter spam and bot-like sites. So if they see that a Pizza Hut link is going back to you, for example, they're going to be like, okay, this doesn't make sense. We're not going to rank this website because it's likely a spam site. So you got to stay, whenever you're doing blogs, it has to be a little bit related to what the business is. So they're talking about for walls, diameter distillation violet, how to remove marks from matte painted walls. So they're just talking about our diameter there, but they're just talking about, how to do stuff with paint. So that's something you would have to do. And Good Samaritans are gold in Google's eyes. It makes you look like you're giving value out into the internet. We keep going. So it's a few blogs here. Similar websites, blogs. So you're gonna have to go out and write a lot of blogs, to be honest, and honestly try and find a blog page that has a higher DR. That way you can also beat them out in the amount of power and the authority that's coming back from that link, not just for the credibility. So yeah, a lot of these are going to be blogs. If we go through the referring domains real quick, we can actually look at that a little faster. Blog. A lot of these are blogs in here. This is a news thing here. This is an influential link, pretty good for your credibility. They have 13 pages here. I won't look through all of them with you because I know that this can be boring and time consuming, so sorry about that. I just want you to get a good feel for what they have and what they're doing. Okay. And the last thing I want to talk to you about is going to be citations. And a citation is just your business's name, address, and phone number. And the more that you list out, the higher you're going to rank in the map pack, because again, of credibility, making yourself look like a real person. And you list your citations inside of directories, and a directory is just a website that allows you to do that. So things like Expertise and Yellow Pages and 3 Best Rated and Kev's Best and Contractors Up, there's literally hundreds of them that you can put yourself in, and again, it just adds to your credibility and will help you boost your rank up through the map pack. And worst case scenario, even if it doesn't, the outreach on all of those different directories is definitely helpful, because a lot of people's go-tos are things like Yelp and Angie's and HomeAdvisor and whatnot, so it only helps you. That's pretty much the basics of ranking. I hope that this was helpful for you. I do offer these services, so if this is something you feel like you might be interested in, feel free to reach back out to me. My number is 812-827-3138. Thank you for your time and have a good rest of your day.